Okay, everybody, we're here for part 3, the final part of the podcast this week. Here we go, and we're back with stats, and we're back with the Gazelle, and we're on to the local. And we're going to be talking about, well, I'm not going to get on to certain subjects with Statsman because he will get quite emotional about Cheshire West and Chester. But anyway, this is still something to do with Cheshire West and Chester. And this is about council to install cameras in CCTV crackdown in Ellesmere Port. But they're also doing it in Chester as well. I think it's just a money spinner, in my opinion.
Never.
Of course it is.
So,
Wow.
So, in Ellesmere Port, anyway, our lovely town, they're going to install cameras in the centre to stop people going down the bus lanes. Now, you know what's going to happen. There'll be an awareness exercise for a certain period of time. And the people that are going to keep on doing it, they're obviously going to get their plates recognized because there's going to be ANPC recognition. So, what's your view on that, Mark? Is this just the beginning, the thin end of the wedge? And CCTV of this nature throughout the whole of the town?
Of course it is. What they're saying, you're just going to get a warning for the first 6 months. And don't worry, we won't be implementing any new restrictions. Bollocks. But anyway, you'll see. I'm going to put them to the test now. So that is CWAC, Cheshire West and Chester Council, saying they will not introduce any new restrictions. So you're telling me there's going to be nothing between now and the end of time.
Check the one on Westbrook Causeway in Warrington.
Yeah.
Within the first 12 months, he got something like 1.9 million in fines, and my daughter was one of them.
I was one of them when it originally been brought in. You're talking about the Runcorn Bridge?
No. I'm on about Westbrook Causeway in Warrington.
Sorry.
A bus lane there going down to Bridgefoot. And my daughter went to about 10 foot into the bus lane, and a copper pulled her up. And he said, do you realise you just entered a bus lane? He said, no, I've just exited a bus lane, actually, because I only went in the last 5 foot. And he said, well, you booked.
Money.
Absolutely. Money. Here we go.
I'm sure we actually reported on this. Could have been last year when we were talking about buying the cameras. And what was the main reason for buying them? If I can remember rightly off the top of my head, but don't quote me, it was traffic flow and emissions.
Yeah.
And what did we say it'd be used for? I wonder. Taxing people. Oh, yes, got it in one. There you go. God, they're so predictable, aren't they? So I'm going to say it's not going to be the end of it at all. Because once you realise how much money you get off people driving down bus lanes in one street in Ellesmere Port, wonder how many more bus lanes and restricted roads are going to pop up.
Yes, that's the thing.
Well, I hope it's like the ones in Chester where they put the bus lanes in for, 1.5 months?
And then they
cancelled them.
Cancelled them.
They painted all the roads, they put all the signs up, they did everything at the cost of God knows how many millions. They run it for about 2 months. There was that many complaints. They've cancelled them and they've never gone back. And just a quick one on this one as well, on about this is just my theme for tonight in parts 1 and 2, if our listeners go back and listen. Are we really surprised at the actions of these councils? I've just got one thing to say here. Really, really clear this.
He's doing a raven, Mark. He's doing a raven.
I'm doing a raven on this one because I just can't understand why. Why? I mean,
don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. The finger's going towards the mute button.
All these councils keep shouting. It's the cuts from government that is causing us all our problems. To keep cutting our budgets. Hang on. Our council taxes are going up. Water's going up. Electric's going up. Gas is going up, etc., etc. We're taxed by this government at the highest rate for 70 years. So we're taxed by the councils. We're taxed by the government. Where is the money going?
Oh, it's being blown. It's just a complete waste. If we were to actually go into the council and take a very, very in-depth look at their finances and to be able to actually get the books properly and take a look, you'd find the answers to those questions, because I know when I was a councillor, and I'm going to bring Mark in very shortly, when I was a councillor many years ago, I used to find that there was a lot of waste in different departments, and you would ask, and they won't like me for saying this, but when they built the town centre, there was where they call it Red Square, outside the Civic Hall, there was so much wastage of money because the people that were supposedly organizing the building process cocked up with the supplies of the goods so that the workmen were standing around doing nothing for days on end, waiting for the goods to arrive in order to do the job. And they had to be paid. And they were just hanging around, and it was just money wasted. I think at the time it was something like about £200,000 were wasted on Ellesmere Port and Neston Borough Council.
Why isn't somebody in control saying stop?
Because they let them get away with it.
What? Why do they keep doing it?
Because the Labour Control Council at the time, and this is the truth, the Labour Control Council at the time didn't want egg on their face. And remember when we were talking about going back to part 1, where we were talking about the whistleblowers?
Yeah.
And they don't like whistleblowers making them look bad. Well, they didn't like certain councillors making them look bad. And I can tell you now, I had that many reports on me to the Standards Board of England threatening me because I kept on threatening to come out with different things, that were going on. And you just had to actually make backroom deals to get the action that was required to get things sorted so that it didn't go on the council tax of the people. And that's the truth.
Why can't we get a Trump? Why can't we get a Trump in this country that'll just say, right, stop. Let's do this properly.
And I tell you what, if anybody from the council wants to start, I will start bringing up and dragging up names like Archie Drummond. And that'll strike fear into a lot of their hearts because there was so much wastage of money that went on in the past. It was not funny. But there you go. Anyway, Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, back to these ridiculous fines by these wannabe communists who want to spy on everything you do in your life. God, they're repulsive, aren't they? This can be easily stopped if everyone just stuck up for our Constitution, our English Bill of Rights. Fines before conviction are null and void. Let's go to the dictionary. Conviction, a formal declaration of a verdict by a jury or the decision of a judge in a court of law that someone is guilty of a criminal offence. Sorry, but penalty charge notices and parking charge notices are not criminal offences. So unlucky. So I tell you what, I might drive down that bus lane on purpose.
And let them try to take you to court.
Twice in 6 months.
And they'd have to prove what harm it's done to them, what they've incurred.
No, Your Honour, it's a constitutional matter. My constitution says that fines before conviction are null and void. Can I go now, please? That should be the end of it.
Yeah.
I've never paid the fine. I paid one when I was younger.
I did. It was when I said I do at the altar. And I was convicted straight away. I had absolutely no chance. And the best man at my wedding, I actually had to go with him many years later, and the man's name was Mr. Trevor Brazier, who used to run quite a few nightclubs in the garage at the bottom end of the town centre. I said to him, I used to go up for a Christmas drink with him to his house. And I went in there, and what actually happened was this. He said to me, come on in. He said, the beers are cold. And I went, don't talk to me, you. And he's like, what the hell's going on here? We went into the living room and he brought out some refreshment. And he said, what's up with you, my old lad? I said, you never gave me the chance to say no before we went into the church. And he turned around to me as sharp as anything. And he said, well, I thought to myself, why should you be the only happy man in the world? And that was it. So there you go.
I only got the one, and I didn't know dogging was illegal on that road. No, it's a joke. All right, for the All-Star. Yes, I know, it's a joke.
Go on.
Yeah, but I never knew it was illegal on that road. There we go.
See, back to these fines. I just pick up, I pick up on stuff. The authority says the move set to come in from May, whatever, will reduce dangerous manoeuvres. You ever seen any of them down the bus lanes,
lane?
John?
No, I've never seen any buses doing any brake turns or anything like that.
Have you seen much congestion down there?
No.
No, you don't even need to look before you cross the road anymore, do you? No. So it's a money-making scheme.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And you need to put that to bed, because I was once told by a clerk court in a magistrate's court to just go home. I said, no, I'm here for my trial. Just go home, he says. What, I'm not paying a fine that you found me guilty of last week in my absence? No, go. Can I have that in writing? Nope. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Do you know, it's always the same, isn't it? Always the same. Well, I'm calling it there. We've had a nice local. Right, shout downs and shout ups or what have you. Who's got one?
I'll do a big, massive shout out to CWAC Send Accountability.
Oh, those ladies. What nice ladies they are.
Oh, incredible ladies. They had a good showing at the council meeting last week.
Indeed.
Literally telling them some home truths about what they haven't been doing correctly to their faces.
Yep.
So we'll come back to all this on another podcast, because there's quite a bit to go through.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one.
There'll be an update on how they're getting on and how the council meeting went and what the council are not doing.
Indeed.
So we'll come back to that. So that's a shout out to them. Fantastic work. Keep it up.
Oh, they showed them up something rotten. I mean, if they can't handle such an emotive subject as the funding of special education for children in this county, well, then in that case, then, what else are they getting wrong? You got to ask yourself. Anyway, go ahead, Trevor.
Exactly, yeah. No, it's just another statement, basically. I mean, with the weather's been so nice lately. And it was a lovely summer's day the other day, and 2 English motorcyclists were driving through Wales. And they stopped at that, that Llanfleris, Gillis, Gullish, go. That one.
Easy for you to say.
And they stopped there for lunch. Anyway, one of the lads was asking, asked the waitress, he said, look, before we order, can you, I wonder if you can settle an argument for us. He said, could you pronounce where we are slowly? He said, yeah, of course, can, not a problem. She leaned forward, she went, Burger King. Yeah, terrible.
That is bad. Well, all I'm going to say is thank God that's all over. And I know that we're going to have, some comments about the way that we're doing this at the moment, but we're just going to let you into a little secret. We're going talking heads very soon. And at the moment, it means that the Gazelle is going to have to get a new suit. The birthday suit will no longer do. Simple as that.
What, my dressing gown? I'll watch it before we go low. But, if we're going live, I'll watch it
but
first.
You're going to leave the ladder in the background as well.
We'll see. That's me props.
All right, well, it's going to go green screen then.
Eric Morecambe, you never seen Eric Morecambe walk on the stage without his carrier bag. Well, that's me with my stepladders in the background.
Oh, my word. Oh, God.
When we go on tour, they're going with me as well.
What was the guy that carried about his car window? Norman
Collier.
Yeah.
Norman Collier.
Carried about a car window.
Yeah, there you props. I can't go anywhere without me dressing gown and my ladders.
God bless. Well, okay. Well, that's it. It's time to go. Okay. Say goodbye, Stats Man.
Goodbye to all our lovely listeners. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, you fine specimens.
And that man, the Gazelle. What are they going to do when they see what you really look like?
I don't want to. I think this is wise. But I'll tell you what, I reckon my OnlyFans page will go right through the roof. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. It'll go up like a bomb. Oh, sure.
It'll go. It'll be like a boomer, bang, bang, whatever it's called. That's all.
Kaboom.
Yeah. I'll have more subscribers than Mick Jagger.
All right. Okay. You've got him on the mind. He's scrawny. He's bad news.
I've got moves like him. That's what it is. That's why I just keep... It's not. It's just people remind me every day. They said, "Tell you what, you don't have to look like Mick Jagger." You.
What? Yeah,
did he say moves or moobs?
Moves. Moves. Mick Jagger hasn't got any moves. He hasn't got enough. Enough fat on him.
In fact, I was going to say he's not got any meat on him at all. He's more of a vegan, isn't he?
you're no vegan.